Saudi Konaka, hello everyone. I don't know if you can hear, you probably can hear. As soon as I started recording, it started raining. The rain is wild out there right now. Hello rainy season in Thailand. I am doing another travel advice video, but with a twist. Because this one is my advice for anyone who may be mixed, maybe black, or even another ethnic group. Some of this stuff will be specific to ethnic minorities. Number one has to be the thing that sits on top of my head, hair products. So my hair is quite curly, it's quite short now. If you've been following me for a while, you know that my hair is usually like here when it's like curly. I already knew that buying hair products here would be a myth. So when I came, I had literally like doubled up on my hair products because I was like, the chance of me being able to find my curly hair products in Thailand, slim to none. And I was correct. I have yet to find any of the products that I use here. If you are coming to Thailand and you do have non sort of straight hair, so curly, wavy, that sort of hair, definitely bear that in mind and make sure you stock up on your products before coming. And linking to hair products is Hairdresser. So yes, as I said, my hair was a lot longer and I had it cut in Bangkok. And when I tell you, I was panicking. Eventually I found one hairdresser. When I booked my appointment, I did say like, I have this hair type, just so you know. And then you book it via Facebook. So obviously my profile picture, big curly hair. So I was like, I've given you warnings. And then I turn up and then they all kind of stopped and stared at me and they were like, whoa. The hairdresser, let me give them a shout out. It was called Zara. I will write it down. It was a male hairdresser who did my hair. Oh, chef's kiss, he was so good. I had like 5 people stood around just looking. I would admit at first, before the male hairdresser came over, the female was a bit unsure, so she started trying to brush my hair when it was wet, which is like the worst thing to do if you know about curly hair. I was like, no, use like the big tooth comb. So she then started to use that and then it was all good and they really listened and they were like, how do you want your hair done? If you're coming to Bangkok and you want to go to a hairdresser, bear that in mind that they might not be familiar with your hair type. However, if you explain what you want and you sort of help them, you won't have any issues. Well, I didn't anyway. And I was also able to recommend someone else who was mixed race and has similar hair. And they went to the same hairdresser as I did and they didn't have issues either. So definitely bear that in mind. Number 3. This one shocked me. I was shooketh. It's skincare products, but skin whitening products. So I went to the shop and it was like milk. So I use a milk rice toner. Let me do that again. I use a rice milk toner. There we go. I use a rice milk toner and I love it so much. So I saw this milk product. I was like, oh wow, maybe it's similar because like my product was running out at the time. Pick it up. I was like, oh, brightening. Also, there's me thinking like a vitamin C effect. Glow. And then on closer inspection, I realized when it said brightening, it meant whitening. It was a bleaching cream. I was like, oh, I did not expect that. Quite a lot of skincare stuff does have whitening properties. So if you don't want to bleach your skin and you're going to buy skin products, bear that in mind. Make sure you read the ingredients and read what it does and what it is. Number 4, the 4th thing to bear in mind. And I think this is just because I've come from London to here. So obviously my perspective is of a Londoner in Bangkok. Being from London, if you want a cuisine, no matter the cuisine, you'll be able to find it. You'll be able to find multiples of it. Come to Bangkok and obviously you go, it's half Jamaican. I'm missing the home cooking. My mother is not here to cook for me. And she taught me how to cook, yes, but the kitchen I have is struggles. I have one hot plate. I cannot cook under these circumstances. And yes, I probably could cook under these circumstances, but I don't want to. I want to go to a Jamaican restaurant. Have I found any? I found 3. I've tried one. It was okay. It wasn't the best. I'm going to another one this weekend and I want to vlog it because I want to give you guys my impressions of the Jamaican cuisine in Bangkok and see what I think. There's 3. There's 3. And one was a letdown and only did 1 dish. That's what it was. It was like Jamaican, but all they sell is jerk chicken and rice and peas. Let's put that into context. Let me put that in context for you. That's like going to a Thai restaurant and the only thing they sell is pad Thai. I mean, yes, pad Thai is famous, but we have so much more to offer. this is the same thing. Like jerk chicken, yes, whenever one thinks of Jamaica they think of jerk chicken, but honestly, well, in my family at least and my friends, I couldn't tell you the last time I had jerk chicken. We just don't eat it. We eat other things. So if you come to Thailand and you're hoping to find a lot of, I'd say, other cuisine outside of Asia cuisines, it's not many. But to be honest, if you're coming here on a holiday anyway, you're probably going to be eating local food. But if you're coming here longer term like I am, just bear that in mind, okay? So make sure you eat up, eat well before you come. Number 5, everyone will assume you're either American or African. That's just how it is. And I think it's because, the first one is because a lot of Americans come here, and the second is a lot of Africans come here. And so whenever someone says, oh, like, where are you from, America? I'm always like, no, England. And then they're like, okay. And then it's like, of course, like where are your family from? So I'll be like, oh, I'm half Jamaican. And then they assume that that's in Africa. And I'm like, no, it's in the Caribbean. So yeah, just bear that in mind. A lot of people assume you're either American or you're African or you're both. That's just how it is. Number 6. Now this isn't just for my ethnic babes, okay? This one is for anyone who's not a stick, okay? But, you know, your girl's blessed in the thigh department, okay? God saw me when I was being born and was like, I'm gonna give you 2 extra thighs per leg, okay? Because the thighs be thying, okay? Thickus is what the thighs be doing, thundering as they walk. And then you come here, and it's humbling. You're humbled immediately as soon as you step in to a clothes shop, because the sizes here would have you in your feelings. Let's imagine you're a size 12, size 14, and then you go into that shop and you're having to walk out with like a 3XL top because you're like, damn, is this the only size that fits? So don't worry. It's not you, it's just the sizes. This is not a unique experience. I've spoken to other friends. So yeah, just bear that in mind, that sizing will be off. Number 7, there's 2 strands to this one. So this one is, don't be automatically offended if you hear a racial slur or something you think is a racial slur. Now you can hear it in one of 2 ways. One will be in English and one will be in Thai. So it really depends if you can understand Thai for the second one. But if you hear a racial slur, the reason I say don't like automatically be offended is because I know that in some countries, for example in the UK, if you say a slur, okay, let's go. That's what's gonna happen most of the times if someone calls someone something. But here, sometimes they just don't know an alternative word. So for example, maybe they've heard someone else use it in relation to someone, so they think, oh, okay, so that must be the word for that, or that person, or that racial group, or whatever. And so then they'll use it themselves. But if no one's told them, oh, actually we would say X instead, then of course people are gonna use that word. They don't know the alternative word sometimes. And I use sometimes because, you know, some people are just racist. Okay, they might be racist. So if they're just racist, then my advice would be to just walk away. Because A, you're a tourist, or you're on a visa. Either way, you don't really want to get yourself in a situation where the police are involved. Personally, I've not heard it. And I've been here 6 months now, and so that's just my experience. Again, just my experience. Finally, number 8, to end on a positive, just remember that everyone here is super friendly, super happy. You get out what you put in. If you're the sort of friendly, open, willing to try new things, say hello, learn a few words like Sawadee Ka, Sawadee Krab, you have an amazing time here. The things I've mentioned before were just like FYIs. It's amazing here. The people, like I said, super friendly. It's been an amazing experience so far, and I know it's going to continue, fingers crossed, hopefully. I don't want to jinx myself. So drop down below if there were any things that you found super hard to find in Thailand, or things that you didn't expect would be an issue when you came here. Put them down below, love to know. And more videos coming out about Thailand life, learning Thai, all that good stuff in Thailand. That is the end of the video. Please don't forget to press like, the share and subscribe. See friends, see family. As always, have a very, very blessed day. And until next time, Sawadee Tuk Hon Naka. Zaijian. Goodbye everyone.